What's going on? What's going on? It's your own boy DJ Supe, and this is the Real Alpha Male Show. I told y'all we was coming back. I got on the other line my homeboy, my partner in crime, Maltize Falcon. What's going down, Brown?
Oh man, back up in the isolation
pit. The isolation booth. You feel me? Man, it's real crazy right now. But you know, I don't got a lot of time because I'm actually in my staying place at the studio, and I'm actually supposed to be on the clock. So I'm gonna cut up out of here in about 15 minutes, you know what I mean? So I can get back to work because I'm an honest brother like that, you know what I mean? Man, what's going on with you, man? What's the topic of the day, man? What have we been talking about all this time?
All right, so I guess there's a bunch of things on my mind, but I guess we should dispel some myths.
Yeah.
There's some myths going around. There's some urban legends going around, some ghetto legends. And we need to dispel a lot of myths to get people on track because there's a lot of people paranoid of nothing.
Right.
So,
give a shout out to Mr. Jeffrey Atkins. He's in the mix. What's happening, man? Long time no see. You know, we up in here. But yeah, dispelling the myths. I got a list, y'all. I got a list for the myths. So I say myths. What was he talking about earlier, man? Okay, here's a claim. Here's a claim right now. And once again, this being the Alpha Male Show, let me preface this. You can hit us up 707-955-5517. You can catch us www.realalphashow.com. You can also check us out on all social media at Real Alpha Show. Now that we got that out the way. For the alpha males, not for the betas, for the alpha males. And I think I'm in between. I'm not going to front, man. I'm in between beta and alpha, and here's something that we've been discussing, you know, as we approach that alpha status. Here's a claim. I can't get coronavirus unless somebody coughs on me. So, my friend, Mr. Falcon, since preschool, what is the reality of that claim?
The reality of that claim is this. I want you guys to just open your eyes, okay? And understand if they shut an NBA season down and quarantine the stadium,
right,
because one person was infected,
right,
that lets you know that it's bigger than your gloves and your mask. Another thing you have to pay attention to, and this is the elephant in the room, is that the people that are administering the test have on hazmat suits.
How about that?
Now, if they have to have on a hazmat suit, a radiation suit, a walk on the moon suit,
a moonwalker,
then you should know with your gloves and hand sanitizer, your hand sanitizer is fucking fuel for the corona.
Right.
They think that's fuel.
Man, I've been trying different strategies for hand sanitizer, but here's my thing about gloves, hand sanitizer, and all that. I mean, I know you say you're not going to touch your face if you got gloves on, but a lot of people don't realize a coronavirus can stay up to like a handful of hours, even on gloves. So if you think you got on gloves and you're still touching your face,
all right. So here, let me give you the time regimen for that.
All right.
So the coronavirus stays on plastic and stainless steel for 2 to 3 days, and it stays on paper and cardboard for 24 hours.
Okay,
so that's something for you to think about.
Yeah, see,
so it's going to be on a quarter a lot longer than it's going to be on $1.
Ah, okay. Shouts out to Jeanette. What's going on? Yeah, that's crazy, man, because you know, when we think about what we're trying to do in terms of keeping sanitary, you know, it's like, did you wipe off that money that you just got from the bank, even though it came from the ATM? Did you do that?
No, you fold folded your money up and picked your nose, and there it was.
And there it was, right on the palm of your hand, in your nostril, going into, your esophagus and down your throat. And then what? You're nothing. So another claim. Another claim. So I was having some conversations with some folks, and they were trying to figure out where their check was going to come from. If I ain't did my taxes, am I going to get a check? What's the reality on that? That's a question, actually. It's not a claim, but a lot of people don't really seem to understand. So we need to dispel that. Are people still going to get money if they've never done taxes? What's the answer? What's the short and long of that?
No. That's it. If you didn't do your taxes, you ain't getting no money. If you owe child support, you ain't getting no money. That's it.
KP says he made his own hand sanitizer, by the way. I did too.
Yeah. I mean, aloe vera and alcohol, we know how to survive.
Yeah, but it's hard finding the aloe vera right now. I was at a bunch of stores and I was like, man, let me go ahead and get this curl activator real quick as a substitute.
Okay, then go to the gas station, get you a gallon of gas, and rub it on your hands and wash it off.
Hey, you know what? My dad taught me that. So, I don't like to fix on cars. The people that know me know that I know how to fix it. I got a very nice mid-size blood red Craftsman toolbox, and everything is laid out. You can even see a little bit of soot on it from the work that I have done, over the years or recently. But I don't like to work on cars, But my dad, me and him, when I had an old school 79 Buick LeSabre, I had to work on it because I didn't have a choice, right? So because I didn't have a choice, I went ahead and worked on my car, and my dad taught me that one. He said, and he was an aircraft mechanic in the Air Force, right? Shouts out to Drew Burks. Drew Burks is in the house. Hey, Oven. Don't say that. Hey, but no, he told me about that, wiping your hands off. If you ain't got nothing else, throw some good gasoline, the 87, you know what I mean? Put it on your hands, and guess what? It gets all of that stuff out, but don't have no cuts on your hand because that hurts, But back to what we were saying about the taxes. If you ain't did your taxes, and you actually could do 2019 if you can do that, or 2018, they will actually provide a way. And if you go to the IRS website, you can actually find information on that. And I think that's absolutely. Did you do your taxes? Just before we continue, did you do your taxes, man?
I mean, I did my taxes for the year before last. I haven't done my taxes this year.
And a lot of people haven't. Not a big deal.
I haven't done them. I haven't done them yet, but I haven't I haven't had a reason to, and which is good after all these years, because I used to have to rush to do taxes because I needed some money right now, because at the end of the year, we was on Band-Aid. We was on bleed.
Right.
For sure.
Right.
So this year, we're in, our tax money is nothing but bonus. It's nothing but do what the fuck you want to do. Excuse me. Do what you want to do with it. I drop the F-bomb. I don't drop a lot of them, but you might hear a couple of them during the course of my life.
And Kelly has confirmed that. She says that, they are, if they didn't file yet, they will take it from the year prior. And, that's what she heard. And that's what I read. Shouts out to Mac Block. He's in the house. Mac Block. But yeah, I found that. And, here's another piece to that. Right. So here's another piece to the old tax thing, to the relief that the United States is sending out. Child support. Now I've seen.
It's funny because you can't get away. That's the only thing. The child support said, I don't care about a pandemic. You better figure out money
for these damn kids.
Hey, you know what though? I hope the niggas, this might be bad. I might not say this, but I have to.
Say it.
If the captain child support catch this disease, Oh my God.
Ah, God. And it's crazy, and we don't wish nothing bad on nobody, but there are
No,
the
we
what
don't.
ifs. The what
I
ifs.
said, what if?
What if?
And all the people that are tuning in know what I'm talking about. What
Right.
if the people in child support, when you went to make your payment, said, sorry, we can't accept payments because of the corona? I bet you it would be a party in the parking lot.
Hey, and that crossed my mind a little bit too. So, I one of the homies, was asking about, different things like that online. And, at the end of the day, guess what? The answer is yes. No buzz. The answer is yes. You know what? You will get that relief disbursement if you have back child support. And a lot of people may not understand what I'm saying, but guess what? You won't get an actual direct deposit in your account. You won't get an actual check in the mail, but the government will give you $1,200 for your children. So you're going to get the money. It's just going somewhere else.
Yeah, you're going to get what I like to call a notice in the mail. How they got me. I thought, I have to tell this brief little tragedy to turn good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, really, it didn't turn good, but it was just crazy. It was 8,000 coming to me, and I was counting it. I was looking at malls. I was ordering stuff in my mind. I was getting ready to purchase. And then I got a letter telling me what I got. The child support said, well, we just need to show you what you got, but we're enjoying it right now.
They in your
we're
pockets.
We're ordering Louis shots on you right now.
We over here on Power In laughing.
So Power In with a picnic in the back. You know they got a picnic area. Why would you need a picnic area in the back of a court?
What? Damn. Say that one more time.
Why would you need a picnic area in back of the court? Because most people coming out of that building ain't celebrating. But I'm telling you what, you got to go at night. I've seen them secret picnics, and I was wondering if that was child support funded. I know it was. Out there eating steak. I want some steak. I don't even eat meat, but I want to look at me with a steak.
Right. And you know what's interesting, and as we differentiate between the beta versus the alpha. The alpha is going to do whatever it takes in all aspects. And I have to admit, there have been some things going on in my personal life recently, and I haven't stepped my game up. And I've been on some beta shit. And that's what we're going to call it, beta shit. And to step your game up means a myriad of things. But in this particular situation where I'm talking to the fellas right now, be that alpha, if you was anything like me, and trying to be superstar DJ, for a lot of years until I realized I don't have retirement. I haven't been paying my taxes and life works itself out, So here's another claim. Self-employed people will be able to collect unemployment benefits. That's the claim. Are you familiar with the reality, or you want me to take this one?
Okay, once again,
the
government is smarter than any hustler you've ever heard of in your life.
Right.
I know you think your uncle and your cousin and all them cats in the street know what to do. No, the government invented the hustle. You're hustling because you can't get on their hustle level. So let me explain this. They already know that if every self-employed person was to get a check, we'd all be self-employed. I'd be self-employed right now. I need 4,000. F-O.
Right.
Not you are. Now, you know how cats, when they get a large amount of money, they stretch the syllables. Not thousand.
Well, check this out. So the reason why people are saying that right now about the self-employed people being able to collect unemployment benefits is there was an article on KCRA.com. That's a Sacramento region local network, and they have an article, right? And so I was forwarded the article, okay? And I don't take things and just say, oh yeah, that's the truth. Look at what this article said. Look at what this person said, or look at what this writer said. I don't go by that. Like, I was like, okay, well, I want to find further information. So I clicked the link, and it was a story about an individual who had a store, had an establishment, and she was going through some things, but I didn't see an actual link to the EDD's website. So I mosey on to the EDD just to kind of take a gander, just so I know and I'm informed, right? You know, trying to do my due diligence. You understand? And I noticed that, you know, there was no official links on the EDD's website to corroborate that claim. And there was information from March 20th of this year that stated self-employed individuals may not be eligible for benefits. So what it's saying is a worker or their employer has to have paid into similar to any other type of insurance, because it is called unemployment insurance, people. So if your business or you haven't elected to pay into unemployment, guess what? That's not going to be the option as of today. Now, things can change. So plan for the worst, hope for the best. That's all I can really say about that, you know. But it's just something that we want to let everybody know that, hey, there are SBA loans that are going on right now. I just applied for that last week. There are so many things out there and resources. And if you are doing your due diligence and making sure you check out all of these things that are available, you know, something may hit, you know. I mean, look at what some of us are doing with the, for example, there's like a online comedy show tonight. I think Insane Wayne is on that. Me and my homeboy Drew Burks, we doing something this Friday, you know what I mean? And, you know, I mean, there are things that you can do, you know what I'm saying, to keep things situated. So my man Kwame Curry, he's saying that's not correct. I'm not sure if he's referring to correct in terms of what the EDD is saying, or what the climate is of what they plan to do, or any legislation that might come out. But that's something that everybody at the end of the day needs to keep checking out for. So once again, man, this was like a short episode of the Real Alpha Male Show. My man Maltize Falcon, man, any last words for you, brother?
Not really, man.
Not really. And you know what? I think, one more statement, with unemployment, Kwame is talking about, you can apply without ever having paid into it. So if you wouldn't mind, Kwame, in some way, shape, or form, if you wouldn't mind pasting that link so that we can all be educated. But from my research, I have a person that's really close to me in human resources, and I asked her yesterday, and she didn't have any information either, and she's keeping a very close eye on it. So, you know, a lot of information I'm sure is coming out, but, you know, again, ladies and gentlemen, we have to do our due diligence to make sure that we see what's going on, know what's happening. Rashid, what's happening, Rashid? Shout out to Rashid. See, y'all got me going into my work time. I'm supposed to be on my lunch break. Let me move this around real quick, ladies and gentlemen. I got a logo in the way, the Alpha Male Show logo. Let's see what he's saying.
We need to do an encore 5 minutes.
Okay, we're gonna go a little bit longer. I mean, what they gonna do? Say I came back late from lunch?
we got a couple more myths to dispel.
Okay. So Rashid, he's saying, I lost it. Go back. There we go. He said you have your employment taxes to unemployment. There will be some relief for businesses, but consultants may not have that option. That's interesting. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of caveats to this. And everybody's kind of on pins and needles. But you know, they say in scripture, for anyone who is spiritual, not necessarily religious, what do they say? They say, faith without works is nothing, right?
Zero.
One more time. Faith without works is nothing. So you guys have to do your due diligence to make sure that, you know, you get you're just desserts. Kwame saying the link isn't on their website, but he talked to someone in EDD yesterday. Right. So until it becomes official, you know, you don't want to act, you know, on something that isn't official. That's just me, you know. Now I know other people, you know, they may want to wait around and see, but I don't think that's a good idea, you know. What have you been looking for, brother?
I want people to put it in perspective. Mm-hmm. Imagine 10 million people filing for unemployment at the same time. So even if you do get the benefits on Roy, 10 million people are filing at the same time.
Right.
That's why, you know, you got your side hustle and you stay tapped in on the book, on paper.
Right.
Because when stuff like this happens, then you get your instant 12.
Right.
You don't have to go down to the EDD. You don't have to look. You don't have to talk. Because one day you're going to go to your account and think it's a glitch. But it's going to be 12.
Some cash in there, right?
Right.
and that's, and I feel you on that. I feel you. Amen.
I mean, we right now we we OGs. You know, that's why we can give you wisdom and advice. And at the OG stage, I don't want to hear no brothers talking about I ain't paid my taxes. What you talking about? I dodged it. Look, I dodged it. I tried to dodge the top. I didn't try to not dodge so I could keep money. And Uncle Sam said, "Okay, that's true." And then when I thought I was getting 8. I got a note. Okay, that's it. So everybody be responsible. We love to beat the system, and the problem is the system is not designed for you to beat it. You can learn how to play it, but it's one of them video games where you're not going to beat the last ball.
And you know what? I had a discussion with someone regarding that the system is set up, but the way they put it was the system. Many people actually have been telling me this over the past couple of days. The system is set up for you to fail. I think that's disheartening, you know, but I don't think the system is necessarily set up for you to fail. I think the system is set up for you to hop in the rat race with everyone else. You know, how long can you drive around? You know what I mean?
How long
with
can
no
you
tags?
run on that wheel?
How long can
before you realize you're not getting that cheese, and it ain't even real cheese?
Right. You know what I mean? And so I think for the alpha male perspective, and this is for the ladies too, ladies and gentlemen, alphas all the way around, get it together. That's all I'm saying. Get it together. You know, I mean, I could have not had insurance like last week, right? 2 weeks ago. That was like 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? I could have not had insurance, you know, when I ran over the center divide. You know, I got swerved into and I had to make a crazy turn and ended up, you know, blowing 2 wheels out and bent both tires on my driver's side. So, you know, I'm talking to people on the phone, like, you know, I called you, was like, man, I can't get to the studio to do the show, you know, to do the pictures, whatever. And you was like, it's all good, you know, and I called a couple other people and, you know, somebody had the nerve to tell me, don't call Geico. Don't call them. You know, your rate's going to go up, this, that, and the third. And I was like, bruh, I'm 44 years old. I got full coverage with comprehensive. I only pay like $50 a month. You know what I mean? The equivalent. And I'm calling them. And watch what happens. So the very next day, insurance adjuster comes to where I'm at, shoots me like $1,200. Not even shoot me the money. He sent me an email where I clicked on the link, put my debit card info in there, and in 2 minutes, I look at Golden One alerts, $1,200. There's my relief. And we're just saying that to say, y'all get on your ish. Get on it, because is it worth it, though? Is it worth it to get bailed out in these situations?
Yeah.
Kwame, shouts out to Kwame for the show, by the way. He says when you file regular on the drop-down menu, the COVID-19 emergency link is there. Okay. Thank you, sir. See, that's why we're doing this show, because we're trying to provide information. There's a whole lot of jokes. There's a whole lot of, how many people died, but how many people survived?
You know?
How
Hey,
many
he just
people
dispelled a
survived?
myth on the dispel part.
Thank
Hey,
you.
good looking.
Thank you. He gets an applause for that. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, one more again, we just want to let everybody know that this is the real Alpha Male Show. We wanted to do this short, get in where you fit in episode. I am DJ Supe. That is Maltize Falcon. And guess what? We out. I'm about to go put my fingerprints on these keyboards real quick, though, bro. All right.